So over 6,000 have been ordered today, and you heard me right. You don't need a landline. Say what? Yeah, you don't need a landline. Who ever heard of that? Because those of us that grew up with a landline that the phone company had to come install to use a home phone system are coming to a screeching halt and saying, there's no way. How could a 5-set home phone system work without a landline? Well, this one does. It is the most feature-rich home phone system that we have ever offered. It's only available today at an expiring price, so you want to hop in early. Over 6,000, I mentioned, have been ordered on the day. You get 5 handsets. It has so many amazing features like talking caller ID. You can port over all of your contacts from your cell phone. By the way, when I say cell phone, Android or Apple, up to 2 cell phones, and it does it through a feature that we call cell to link, that once you set up one time, you enter your home, picture this, you walk in the door once you set it up the first time, and when your cell phone rings, your home phone rings without a landline. Without a landline. Now, if you want to have a landline, absolutely. We know the benefits of having a traditional landline because when you call 911 or in the event that they'll automatically know your address, so some of us still have landlines. So whether you have a landline or not, you'll want to grab our today's special. We're going to dive in there. You're going to get a chance to be able to get this at a remarkable value. You can see free shipping and handling, $24 on a credit card. Think about when that cell phone rings, if it's downstairs and you're upstairs, or you're in the baby's room, or you're in the kitchen. No more running, no more stubbing your toe. It syncs up automatically to 2 cell phones. Doesn't matter if it's Android or Apple, you only do the setup once. And when your cell phone rings, or even when you get text messages, you are going to be able to either pick up your cell phone if you choose to, or pick up one of the handsets that you have. You're seeing some of the more advanced features, like you'll be able to have talking. You'll be able to speak to the phone to access some of the features, but we're gonna get into it because we know that this year is a political year and the robocalls keep a-coming. And our guest expert, Lori Lean, is gonna be joining me right now. And Lori, when we think of robocalls and those auto robocalls, let's just talk about how annoying those are, because one of the amazing things about this particular phone is that we are with one button, I'm gonna say it again, with the press of one button, we're gonna be able to block those calls. It's the most advanced that we've ever offered. So many people have hopped in there. We're gonna walk you through everything because you've never seen anything quite like this. I wanna begin though, Lori, with the fact that you do not need a landline. I think for so many millions of you who are watching right now, who got rid of your landline a long, long time ago, and you're saying to yourself, you know what? I've got those dead spots in my house. Right? We talked about that earlier, Lori, that so many people don't get a good signal from their cell phone in their home. What a great option now for you to be able to hear with clarity, and especially with the high definition speakers that are built into this system.
Yeah, it really is the ultimate solution for everybody. And like you said, Marlo, by the way, you look beautiful tonight. So good to see you. But this is Panasonic, so #1 top-selling global leader when it comes to home phone technologies. And what we love about this is the ability to use it, A, with a landline, okay? B, you can use this if you don't have a landline. Maybe you got rid of your landline years ago and you just rely on your cell phone, but maybe you've had kind of mixed feelings about it because like you said, maybe you have those dead spots throughout your home. You're going to be able to wirelessly connect via that one-time Bluetooth pairing process to up to 2 Bluetooth cell phones, Apple, Android, whatever brand. And then whenever your cell phones ring, all of your home handsets ring. So this is a really cool modern feature. You can also get a notification if a text message is coming through. So if your phone's on a charger in another room, you're not going to finally go to your cell phone and see you missed all these text messages. Your home phones are going to alert you. But real quick, I just want to show you everything you're getting because it's huge. This is the most handsets we've ever done, the most advanced system we've ever done. So you're getting 3 of these handsets, 4 of these handsets, 5 of these handsets, okay, Marlo? And then over here on the base station, there's also a numerical keypad and a speakerphone. So if you happen to misplace this handset, that's a virtual 6th handset that you're going to be able to use with this system. And what we love about this, largest screens we've ever offered, 2 inches, so they're nice and glowing and easy for you to be able to see right up here at the top. You have a nice loud speakerphone. So if you're talking to a loved one while you're putting away groceries, or maybe you're doing the dishes, you're going to be able to speak totally hands-free. So we do love that. You have 9 of those immediate call buttons. So those are your right away dial. All you do is press and hold, and you're going to be able to call those numbers that you call the most. But let's talk about call blocking, because this is a big one. Marlo, anytime you've gotten those phone calls into your home and you're not running for a call now, right? Because you want to know who it is before you're running across the house. And with 5 handsets, you never really have to run. But listen to this system.
Anonymous.
Oh, anonymous. Marlo.
There's no way.
We're not answering that.
We're not answering.
No, we're not doing that. So I'm going to touch the dedicated call blocking button, and then I just confirm it, and it has deleted that call. So now that call's been dropped, and that person can never, ever, ever get through to me ever again. So this is really incredible advanced technology. Oh, I think I'm on speaker. Oh, I did push that speaker button earlier, didn't I? Anyway, so this is going to block those calls instantly.
Absolutely. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you how you're going to be able to save an additional $20. And why is that exciting? Because this is our today's special. It's the biggest buy of the day at HSN. We've had several hundred new customers who've never shopped with us before at HSN to shop with us just for this Panasonic phone system. It is the most feature-rich we've ever offered, and you've got to hop in there. Free shipping, $24 plus the tax, and we get this out to you. But here's how you save $20. We talked about this being Customer Appreciation Month, and on Tuesdays, we've been putting money back in your pocket. If you shop with us today during VIP Tuesdays and you use an HSN card, you'll actually save $20 on your orders of $99 or more. And even if you don't have an HSN card, maybe you have a Q card or even a Zulily credit card, as long as you use code 182317, you'll be able to take an additional $20 already off of our best value of the day. And if you're saying to yourself, oh my gosh, I'd love to have that card and save the additional $20, it only takes a couple of minutes to get approved for that HSN card, and I would do it. If you're just tuning in, we're featuring for you our today's special, our biggest and most exciting value of the day. It is a Panasonic home phone system. Now, this home phone system can work like your traditional home phone systems that many of you have at home right now. You have a landline, you connect it into your home, and this is going to give you, of course, 5 handsets. So for the kids' room, your master bedroom, the kitchen, and even maybe a home office or maybe even a den. You will never be running and dashing for a phone again, because with this many handsets and this particular value that we're offering today, you have a chance to be able to have a handset in virtually every room. Why are we excited about this home phone system? Because this home phone system does not require you. So you absolutely do not have to have a landline. So if you have a landline, that's great. This works in the traditional way. But if you do not have a landline, if you only have a cell phone and you got rid of your landline years and years and years ago just to save money, you absolutely do not need to have a landline to use this phone. This phone will automatically connect to your cell phone. And that's why this has been so exciting, because so many millions of you, when you're inside of your home, you have those dead spots and it's hard to hear. And you have one cell phone. You might be upstairs, downstairs, in the kitchen, and the garage. And once your cell phone rings, no need to make a mad dash for it. You pick up one of these handsets, because when your cell phone rings, so will each and every one of these phones. So it's an exciting value. There's more to tell you, but if you want in, now's the time to dial. You don't have to worry about what type of cell phone, as long as you have Bluetooth technology. And by the way, it's gonna work with 2 cell phones. So you and someone else, you and your kid, you and your partner, you and your husband, or whomever, this is going to give you a chance to be able to get it at home. And the beautiful thing about that link to sell, you only have to set it up one time. One time, you walk in the door, you put your handbag down, you put your briefcase down, you put your cell phone down, and if you're saying, okay, so I love the idea when my cell phone rings, all of the handsets will ring as well, but what about my text messages, Lori? Your text messages, it will give you, it will announce for you actually, your text messages as well. So it's fully feature rich. You have a high definition screen. On this one, you can see that large screen. You can see the large, easy to read fonts. So if you have vision challenges, you never have to worry about it. By the way, on the base on this, and guys, you can let me know when Lori is ready. Oh, she's ready, okay. Yeah, she's ready, perfect. On the base of this, Lori, what people can't see is that you also have a digital answering machine.
Yes.
So for those of you who
Yes.
are looking for the old-fashioned area where you would have maybe put a cassette tape in, you don't have to worry about that because with this, it's digital, and digital means you can pick up your messages virtually from everywhere, Lori, so you don't have to be at home to pick up those messages, although you can be. It is a remarkable value for the price. And Lori, when you look at the free shipping and $24 on a credit card, and that global brand Panasonic, that name that we all know and trust, and that this is the most advanced that we've ever offered. Easy setup. It's a must-have, and you're joining over 6,000 people that have ordered this today. And if you haven't shopped, come on in, take action, jump in there. You will absolutely love it. I was telling Lori that I've been so annoyed lately when at my mom's house, my mom, like so many of you, has a cell phone, but whenever she's in the house, conversation starts off good, Lori. Hey, Mom, how you doing? We're chatting it away, and she's on her cell phone. And I can always tell when she moves from one room to the next. Because now I can't hear Mom. You're cutting in and out, Mom. What did you say? Right. So that happens because a lot of us have poor signals from our cell phone inside of our home. Boy, will this solve that problem.
It does. So that link to sell proprietary Panasonic technology, we're going to get into detail on that in just a minute. But real quick, I want to show you the other call blocking. So I showed you that dedicated call blocking button where you can manually block up to 1,000 calls. Our previous model, Marlo, was 250. So any call that you block, it will automatically hang up on them and you will never hear from them again. They can't get back through to you unless you unblock them. And 3 different times you can block. As the call is coming in, if you're listening to that talking caller ID and you're like, oh, this is not someone I want to talk to, you can block before you start to talk to them, okay? Maybe they get you on the phone call, and maybe they're scam artists. This just happened with my mother, Marlo. They just knew enough about her to freak her out a little bit, and they were starting to ask additional questions like, what's your credit card number? What's your social security number? It freaked her out, so she touched the call blocking button and hung up. You don't have to speak to them. You don't have to think of something clever to say, or you don't have to say, I'm not interested. I mean, so many of us were taught to be polite, right? And we just want to get off the phone. With this, you can block as the phone is ringing, when you're on the call, or even after the call. If it starts to kind of bug you that something happened you weren't comfortable with, block it after the fact if you want. And then the really, really robust auto robocall blocking. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to call you guys in the studio. So this is really cool. This is a feature you can turn on or off. You can add people that call you all the time to a safe list so they don't have to go through this screening process. But anyone that calls you is going to have to push a button on their keypad to be able to get through to you. So what does that mean? That means 100% of the phone calls coming into your home are being made by a real live human being, and no robot is ever going to be able to get through. So I'm actually calling you from my cell phone. You can hear my cell phone ringing right now, right? But the phones in the studio are not ringing.
Please press 1 to connect your call.
So this is giving me information about what I need to do to get through and complete that call, basically. So I tapped 1, and you can change the number if you want to, Marlo, but now my phone call is going through to you. Because a robot can't understand directions and be able to punch in that number, that means 100% of the phone calls now coming into your house are going to be live human beings. So the minute you get this phone system home and you hook it up, if you turn that feature on, it's just right in the menu, and I can show it to you in just a little bit. Right in the menu, you just arrow down to it and you press select. That is going to eliminate every single robocall coming into your home.
Because how many times are you eating dinner? You're trying to put the baby down. You yourself are trying to take a nap. Maybe you're working from home and there is a project due, or you're in the middle of doing a PowerPoint presentation and you're up against a deadline and you don't want to be interrupted, right? all of those moments where you're like, okay, I'm done, right? I've had enough. I've had it up to here with these robocalls. They're annoying. They're calling me back to back to back, and you're looking for a solution. That's why you should be on the phone lines for this. It is a huge problem. Most of us have been interrupted, and most of us have had the experience of being annoyed, whether it's car insurance that they're trying to sell you, or car warranty, whether it's one of those political calls where they're asking you to do a survey or asking you to make a donation. This gives you and puts you in complete control. We're saying come on in. It's been since 2016 since we've offered anything quite like this. It's only for today. That's why so many people have ordered. Look at the amount of handsets that you get. And by the way, remember, if you're just tuning in, no landline required. I know what you're saying. Because Lori, most of us, if you're a little bit older, you know for any type of home phone system, what do you need? You need a landline. You've got to call the phone company, and you have to have service through the phone company. Not with this baby. Not with this phone. You can have a landline in the traditional way. Absolutely you can. And we're gonna tell you some exciting things about that if you do, but you don't have to. You know why? Because one of the most amazing features about this phone is that it will directly through Bluetooth link to your cell phones. And it doesn't matter if it's Android or Apple, it will connect to 2 of your cell phones. And that's why so many of you are on the phone lines for this. Now, here's what you need to know. It's a little after 5 o'clock on the East Coast. This is an expiring offer. We've made it easy for you and with our FlexPay. That means $24, any credit card, PayPal, and we're gonna send this out to you. You also need to know that we give you a chance to be able to pick this up, and you still have 30 days to make a final decision. But we won't offer something like this again this year. We're one and done. It is the most advanced. If you're wondering, does it have an answering service? Absolutely. Some of you, through your phone companies, are paying $4 and $5 just to be able to have a voicemail service. What about saving those $4 and $5? It all adds up. Our most advanced, the most handsets that we've offered in 5. Remember, 1 for your home office, 1 for the kids' bedroom, 1 for a guest bedroom, 1 for your crafting room, your master bedroom. And 4 of the handsets, you just kind of plug those into any wall outlet. And if you want to move on, maybe you're moving your furniture around and you want to move the handsets, you can do that. Let's ask you to call us, because I know many of you are in the ordering process, because we've had hundreds of brand new customers who've never shopped before at HSN for anything, who ordered these phones. And I don't blame you, because to think that finally you don't need a landline, and for home phone systems, a whole home phone system that will work with your cell phones, it's a pretty amazing value. But although Panasonic is a global brand and we give you 30 days, wouldn't you like to have peace of mind beyond those 30 days? Well, you can do it through Allstate. This gives you a chance to be able to have coverage against accidental damage. And it happens, Lori, doesn't it? And so please ask about that. You might want to add that to your order. And whatever you do, don't forget about our VIP savings today, because $20 off of your order of $99, which means that our today's special qualifies if you're using your HSN card, Zulily credit card, or your Q card. And just use the code 182317 to take the $20 off. Lori, more to talk about with this one. We've talked quite a bit about the fact that you don't need a landline, and that you only have to set this up with your cell phone once. So it's not like you're every single time you walk in the house, you've got to set this up. You set it up once, and it's a smart device, so it automatically knows that you're home. And remember, when you're home, your cell phone will ring, but all of the handsets will ring, because now your cell phone directly links up to your home phone system. But I want to talk about some of the benefits of those of you who have a landline, because this particular phone actually has a battery backup, and we know that there are power outages all the time, there are emergencies. What's the benefit to having that?
So I'm going to show you that link to sell here real quick. I know we haven't quite gotten to that yet. Let me show you those demos really fast. So, and then we'll talk about that battery backup, because like you said, that is a really important safety feature. Most of these home phones stop working when power isn't being supplied to them. This has its own power being supplied to the base by this handset. So now all of your home phones work even in that situation. But real quick, I just want to show you, here's what happens if your cell phone is receiving a phone call. So my cell phone's receiving a phone call.
Hubby Ken.
Hubby Ken is calling. but now all of my home phones are answering. So what does that mean to you? That means that you don't have to be right in front of your cell phone. For me, my cell phone is always buried in the bottom of my handbag. I never have it with me. I've always lost it somewhere in the house. Or if you have that poor signal, this is going to be an opportunity for you to put the cell phone where the signal is strongest in your house. And then you never have to deal with what you dealt with when you're talking to your mom, where you hear every other word. This is a way to hear clearly and be heard with Panasonic. And then let me also show you this. So this is another really good one. If you get a text message, you can even hear that text message as it comes in.
Text message from Hobby Ken.
So even if my cell phone had been muted or on a charger in another room or in the bottom of my handbag still, I just got a notification from all of my home handsets that said text message. And then Marlo, it even told me who it was from.
Nice.
So it's Hubby Ken. But if you've ever felt nervous before because you've looked at your cell phone and you've missed a text thread of 10 messages from your friends or a loved one, this is a great way to stay in contact and know what's going on with your cell phone, even if your cell phone isn't right in your hand.
And I think that's the whole point of it all, right? Because we don't want to just to be, you know, bound and connected to our cell phones constantly, taking them from room to room to room for fear we'll miss a text message or miss a very important call. The freedom that this allows us, I think, is remarkable. And if you've never thought about upgrading your home phone system, today's the day to do it. Today, you're talking about an ultimate elevation in cell phones and home phones. Because remember, if you're just tuning in, this particular home phone system works directly with your cell phones. I know, and you don't need a landline. If you want yours, come on in. We are busy on our phone lines. Over 400 of you have ordered in this hour alone. And I want to thank you for your phone calls. But this is our today's special, so it's only available today. I love that when you walk in the door, if your cell phone is in your bag or you leave it downstairs, and you're upstairs, maybe in the bathroom or taking a shower or putting on your makeup or in your bedroom, you're never making that mad dash. How many of us are running? How many of us have stubbed a toe, Lori? Or you don't get to the call in time, you missed that important call. You were waiting for the doctor's office to call you back with that appointment, or the hairstylist, or you were waiting for the news that the baby is on the way, or you're waiting for the phone call from that new cute guy that you gave your phone number to, and you're like, oh, shucks, I missed his call. Never have to worry about any of those moments ever again, because now that you have 5 handsets, you undoubtedly are going to have a home phone that will be within arm's reach. And that is the important part here, that high definition sound. So if you do have challenges with your hearing, you're going to hear with great clarity. We hear it all the time. As good as our cell phones are, we know that when you are talking on speakerphone and when you're on a traditional landline phone like this, that the clarity is so much greater. When we're talking security, this has that DECT 6 technology. So if you're on the bank, on the phones with the bank or with the company where you're giving out sensitive information like your social security information, or you're talking about medical information that might be sensitive, you don't have to worry about anyone intercepting that information because of the security on this. But it's those telemarketers, Lori. It's those darn robocalls that get me every time. And I love that now we've got that built-in layer of protection, not one way, not 2 ways, but 3 ways, right? To be able to directly block those annoying telemarketers and robocalls that we just can't seem to get rid of.
Yeah, we've made it so easy for you on this Panasonic set. And one of the other things I find that I was doing at my house, Marlo, I was grabbing my cell phone to get the phone number that I needed to dial on my more comfortable home handset, because the cell phones get hot. Like we've said, the service might not be great at your house on your cell phone. So you want to use your more reliable home handset. So instead of getting the phone number, okay, here it is, here's the doctor, I've got to call the, and then punching it into your home phone, you can actually sync up all your contacts. So between your 2 cell phones, Marlo, you're going to be able to sync up to 3,000 contacts. So whenever you reach for any of your home phones, all of your phone numbers are already there. So it makes it really convenient. And then think about this. being able to use your digital assistants. So, you know, I've got an iPhone connected and I have an Android phone connected. So if you want to talk to Siri or your Google Assistant, you don't have to be near your cell phone to do that. You can use your Panasonic home phones. I'm simply going to touch the flash button right here. It shows me my 2 phones that I've already Bluetooth connected. And like you said, they stay connected. If you come inside your house with your handbag and your briefcase and everything, and Bluetooth is on your cell phone, it will automatically reconnect.
And Lori,
so
I want to
there's
interrupt
nothing
you for a
extra.
moment. And you said for 2 people, so that means if you and your hubby can come home and you have your cell phone connected and you have your hubby's Ken's cell phone connected, they both work simultaneously. So I want to let everyone know that you don't have to worry about it. They will automatically both work simultaneously, which is wonderful.
They will. It's really cool, right? And then if I want to use that assistant, so I'm just going to go down to my iPhone right here. I'm going to press select. Text hubby Ken.
What do you want to say?
Hey, babe, I hope you're having fun at hockey tonight. I love you.
Your message to hubby Ken says, hey, babe, I hope you're having fun at hockey tonight. I love you. Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, it's sent.
So I just sent a text message using Siri through my home phone.
That's awesome.
Isn't that crazy? But you can check, you know, the hockey score. You can find out what the weather is. You don't have to have your cell phone right near you anymore. And the only reason I picked it up is so you can hear the audio from the phones over my headphones. But I mean, this is a hands-free solution too. You can actually use your voice to answer calls by saying answer call.
Oh my gosh.
That's a setting that you can implement.
You'll be
and then
so
you set it-
spoiled.
Yeah, digital answering machine here. So no tapes to ever replace, 18 minutes of record time. And Marlo, this system is so advanced and easy to use. As soon as you get a message on your home phone, you can actually set this to call you on your cell phone and then play the message to you.
Oh,
so
wow.
maybe I like to give out my local home phone number because it confuses people if I give them my out-of-state cell phone number. So now when people call me on my home phone, if I miss that call, if I'm not here, this will call me on my cell phone and play the message. It's so awesome.
Well, you can see we've sold, gosh, over 6,000 of these already today. If you want yours, 6,700. I can't keep up with it, but I'm glad you're watching. I'm buying this myself today. I have to get this for my mom. I mean, for those of you who are exactly like me, you're exhausted, right? Or you're in your home and you're talking to your friends, you're talking to your family members, and it's a constant. I can't hear you. What did you say? Yeah. And you're cutting out. You're cutting out, and you know that the signal is bad in your home. You know that it is. You have no idea why, but you're over it. You're done with that. You need this. I mean, my goodness, spend the $24 and get this at home for the free shipping, because this is a way to get around that, right? Because remember, you do not need a landline when you buy this home phone system. Your cell phone will connect 2 of them to this home phone system. So when your phone rings, all of these phones will ring, your cell phone rings, all of the handsets will ring, and instead of talking to people from your cell phone where you may have dead spots in your home, now you can talk to them from any of the 5 handsets that we're giving you. So that's just one of the amazing features that you're getting with this, including being able to block those robocalls, up to 1,000 of them if you can imagine, and having a chance to be able to get this at this remarkable value. Come on in, we're busy on our phone lines, but more people have shopped with us today for this, brand new, who've never shopped with us before. They love what they're hearing. They love the idea, Lori, because I think a lot of people are not aware that in order to have a home phone system, you don't need a landline. I think that's news for a lot of people. I think it's exciting for so many people who got rid of their landlines a long time ago, who really would love to be able to not have to be glued to their cell phones and have it in every room and have to run to try to grab it. It solves a multitude of problems, but it is our star of the day, and if you want it, now's the time to dial in. Lori, I know we're gonna see you a little bit later on, but congratulations. This has been very, very popular. We are approaching almost 7,000 of you that have ordered, and by the way, right out of the box, this is ready to go. So if you're gonna be sending this to your mom like I am, or upgrading your home phone system, this is a great way to be able to grab it. Don't miss it, everybody. Lori, thank you, thank you, thank you. What an amazing today's special. I love all the new features.
Yeah, they're awesome. It was so great to see you, Marlo.
Mwah.
Enjoy your new phones, everyone.
All right,
Mwah.
stay on the
Thank
phone
you.
lines. We're going to give you another look at our today's special coming up a little bit later on. Don't forget about that coupon. If you do own that HSN card, you can take $20 off the price of our today's special if you use your card to purchase our today's special. And then don't forget about having that extra peace of mind. If you want to be able to have additional HSN protection, you can certainly take advantage of it. And it's all powered through Allstate. What's terrific is that it protects you against accidental drops and spills. My name is Marlo. I'm so happy that you're watching HSN and that you get a chance to shop with us. These phones are remarkable. Like, I would have never dreamt that I would see a day where you wouldn't need a landline.